Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TCS eSports theme. We're going to get into match 2 of week 13 between the Monks and Silent Gaming. My name is Switchblade Jay. Joining me is Digital Bacon, as he always seems to do these days. We're talking about this match. Obviously, it's mostly for the seeding because neither of these teams have a possibility of making it through to the LAN top 4. So let's break this one down. They are currently 6th and 7th in the table. So for Silent Gaming, there's a bit of a chance to maybe take that top 5 spot.
Yeah, and you got to think for this, if this was a 3-0 to Monk, right, they're going to be able to take 6th spot away from Silent Gaming. Silent Gaming go down to 7th. We're also looking here at Silent Gaming coming off of a loss last week to Arctic, and then on the opposite had Monk 3-2 in Sir. So this is going to be about how does morale carry on over for these two teams. We're going to be seeing that because naturally Silent should be a little bit down in the dumps getting 3-0'd, and Monk should be up in cloud 9, you know, after the 3-2 win against Sir. So how does that carry on over for these two teams? Monks, they're replaying the same roster: Bad Monk, Sad Monk, and Death Monk. Unfortunately, to the Muffin Man, the Muffin Monk, Sabo Muffins, he has been sort of out of favour, and I can't blame Monks for wanting to keep fielding Death Monk. He's been fantastic since his return. And then, of course, for Silent, they've got Italy, Syntax, and Synox to the full roster there. This is going to be an interesting one, Jay, to see how these two teams play today.
Yeah, both teams trying to prove their worth. Obviously, Monks came out early in the season and didn't have all the best of starts, and, you know, Silent didn't even technically qualify for the season. You know, they got close on a couple of occasions, and thanks to one dropout, they were qualified in. So they've got, both these teams have a lot to prove in this next matchup. So I want to see your predictions. Where do your loyalties lie with this one?
I'm thinking Monks. They're hot at the moment. Admittedly, they had a very naff week against Civet Geneva, but before that, in week 10, 3-2 against Arctic. Last week, 3-2 against Sir. So, how about another 3-2 in favour to the Monks?
Yeah, I'd say the Monks as well. They've been on a bit of a hot streak ever since Death Monk came back. They've just been looking really, really good. So, yeah, I'm all aboard the Monks on this one. I think that they're probably going to end up having this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Silent took it, however. Obviously, I think that both teams have a lot to fight for, so I'd point just light a fire underneath themselves. And let's see whether that will end up changing anything. As it stands, though, it's kick-off for game 1. Monk over on the blue side of the court, Silent in orange. As we start things off over to the favour of the Silent side. It's Syntax controlling the ball inside the blue half, inside that corner in particular. One more player in Synox out there towards the corner position. Bad Monk will demo out Synox, try and take it out to the orange half, back on from the corner, back in against the Synox player. Silent will be able to hold it down in the back line. So Silent just about keeping control. Again, just mostly taking control away from the Monk side, but when they get a breakaway chance, the Monks look so deadly against them. In the early part of this game, that might end up coming into fruition.
A lot of very close 50-50s and blocks here from both sides. They're figuring each other out. It's not the normal ping pong style, instead it's just getting up close and in each other's grills. Always like making the metaphor of a boxing match here, where you're just throwing out a few punches, seeing what hits, which is going to get blocked, and it's a nice opener for these two teams.
And past this first minute, no goals will be scored, but Synox will get close to one. Bad Monk just in with the defensive. Syntax coming through with a challenge on Bad Monk once again into the corner. If they try to take it away from Death Monk, the ball will go back off the backboard, and Death Monk will be able to score the first here. The Monks looking good, opening things up.
They are indeed, and Silent showing off signs of last week as well. Big overcommitment there, not leaving the defender back, and that was just easy avenue for Death Monk to go and waltz on down. First goal going to Monks.
Secondary start as well. Synox off the back of the kickoff for Silent. Game with ball control back, tries to drop it down into the box itself. Syntax with a good shot. Synox to come back through, chips it once, very close, but Bad Monk takes the save. Syntax still on target. Italy comes through to the mid position. It's Death Monk with a challenge to try and save that one. And now Sad Monk has it off the crease to take it towards the midfield. Demos out Synox. Death Monk next up to face up here. Gets it over to Sad Monk. Good touch down. May even just fake it out entirely. And indeed it did. The Syntax still going to be there for the save. Bad Monk off the backboard, off the crossbar. Death Monk couldn't come through for the right-hand side just in time. Silent will be able to get the clear. Synox back into the centre, where Syntax will be ready to drop it down. Sad Monk again. A fantastic defensive being posted by the Monks. They're not going to let go of this lead here that they have.
No, and that's good for them. Monks are just webbing this out, and they're waiting for their next approach. A little bit of a whiff there, unfortunately, but Silent needs to now start finding some structure. As long as they get good control boost and can start spacing themselves out, it's not impossible for them, any way possible, for them to be completely out of this game one.
2 minutes and 30. Syntax to Italy, back over to Syntax, trying to control that ball at the backboard. Is he going to get shots on target? Just defended by Bad Monk. Syntax keeps that pressure going. Silence trying to hesitate for a moment and get some control towards the midfield, but that's going to offer the chance for Monk to break away and counter-attack. Into the midfield they will go. Off the backboard twice with Sam Monk over the Death Monk. Going to try to see if he can dunk it in against Synox's position, but Synox takes it away and now follows through. Bad Monk steals the ball possession over to Death Monk. Again, a good shot on target off the crossbar. So it's to Sam Monk right here, and he's not going to miss that. A great defense posted by Syntax, but not quite great enough.
It's all down to this pass here from Death Monk. Fantastic. Off of that backboard and then lined up with Sad Monk, who just follows through on that ball, forcing the goal. Monks are looking strong today, and it is still always down to this team play. When they're linking up with their passes, they are fantastic.
Yeah, and they've always been a team that have been known to have a very good level of chemistry, a good level of team play. Starting coming to fruition here against the Silent side. Ball with dunked down in front of the box here. Synox in Italy. Both out here. Syntax for the face. Sad Monk puts it away from angle. Death Monk will try and receive it alongside Bad Monk in that midfield. So Monk actually comes out towards the midfield, trying to challenge against Synox. Picks up the 100 boost as well, so he's going to run out eventually. We force back away. Syntax now next in off the ceiling, and try and reset it towards Synox position. A good passing play that Bad Monk will be able to defend it, and it doesn't surprise me that Monk will be able to hold that one down. They've just been so good in the backline defense. When they get that breakaway chance, they've been so effective at putting it in the back.
Yeah, but Silent have put on a very good number of shots here, right to that line. It is just the finishing. Maybe send a second player to follow up into that dogpile onto the goalie. Silent needs to change something up right now, Jay.
60 seconds left for them to do it. At least in game one. Of course, it's still the best of 5 series, and they might be able to do something in the next few games. Silent now pass between the players. Italy back into the corner. Sad Monk control out to Bad Monk's position. Death Monk comes up and takes it. Takes it towards the midfield, challenging against Syntax. Completely out of boost. Going to try and roll back for that 100, but Death Monk stolen it away. Still Synox to Italy. Back off the backboard. Syntax is well out of position, and again, not boost. Cannot keep that pressure rolling. So it clears back over to the orange half corner. 30 seconds remaining. Italy in and away. Sad Monk off the backboard into the passing play where Bad Monk will be there to receive it. But not to be in this case. Syntax missing. Synox away. Demoed out. Actually demos himself and Death Monk. They take each other out. That's not going to mean much to the grand scheme of things. 15 seconds of the Monk still returning shots, returning pressure back against the orange backboard. And last breakaway chance for Silent to try and score one. Get a chance for an equalizer. It looks like it's going to go to waste. 5 seconds remain. Syntax out to the blue half of Bad Monk. Just going to control the pace of the ball, make sure that there is nothing found by Silent Gaming. Monks will claim the first game of the series.
Yeah, and I would say, Jay, in a very convincing manner as well. It wasn't a high goal scorer, but they had control. It was a bit like Arctic earlier in their earlier games where they didn't have to score the goals as long as they just held onto the ball and made it near impossible to shoot. Silent Gaming did get a lot of shots on target. Look at that, 6 there, which is only 1 behind Monks, but it was because all their shots were on target. Monks were doing a lot of backboard passes and then holding that ball in the midfield. Silent need to change something up here. For me, Jay, I'm thinking demos. I'm thinking bumping plays, getting into their opponent's half, taking that boost away, and so that Monk cannot control this game again.
Yeah, of the 6 shots that they took, like 5 of them were saved by the Monk side, you know. And Silent had a lot of the offensive pressure for like the majority of the game. So they were very clearly struggling just to get it past that line. So some contact plays, some bumps, some demos, as you say, might be enough to break the Monk's back line. As we go into game number 2, that is the main thing I want to see Silent try and do. As we move on here into our second game of the series, it's kickoff. She out towards the midfield, no major advantage, but Bad Monk tries to find a way back off the backboard. Second touch coming through the bumps, actually may come in from Bad Monk, but no second man there able to receive it. A chance for Synox now, as Samuel just going to put it out against the backboard. It's trying to recover it to the mid position, but Death Monk gets there just in time. A great save and defensive play from Sad Monk and Death Monk. Bad Monk with a clear back over towards the box. Death Monk going to try and see if he can redirect it off the backboard. Second man to come through will be Sad Monk. Bad Monk still remaining in that midfield again to keep the pressure rolling for the Monk side. They're going to try and take the aggression early on here, try and keep Silent from getting anything done out here towards the blue half of the pitch, and that's Very easy way of doing it, make sure they cannot get to the blue half of the pitch.
Yeah, and now Silent have to strike on this one. The Monks are a little bit jumbled up boost-wise. The rotations are going to be a little bit funky. Oh, there it is!
Oh. Just barely getting back in time. It looked like that shot play coming in from Syntax would have gone a little bit too acute. But no, Synox there to receive it. And as you were saying, they need to take advantage when the rotations and the boost was a little bit off for the Monk side. That's exactly what they've done. The first has been scored by Silent just in that opening minute.
Yeah, great capitalization from Silent, and then using a lot more passing plays, infield passes there, and just forcing it, Jay. Great stuff from them. They're not just going straight at net. They're trying to work around their opponents, and that's what you got to do against the Monks.
Silent back in their own half of the field as again the kick off. The Monks try and take the aggressive forces. Italy with a good save on Bad Monks. Good shot. Death Monk boosted in by his teammate. Good bumps coming through. Good shot in from Bad Monk off the backboard. Not quite the way that they wanted it to go. Synox in the midfield alongside their Syntax, trying to see if he can dunk it down against them. Italy coming through with a secondary shot, and it looks like they will be able to do so. So very nicely played again from Silent, able to bait out the defensive and have that third man wrap up as a second backup player. Syntax had his fair share inside that goal participation. 2-0 for the Silent side. Yeah,
it was the double whammy of the pressure to be followed up by the third man to put it away. Great stuff there from Silent. They know now they've got to force these defenders left, right, and center because just shooting at net is too comfortable for them. They've got the winning strategy. They've just got to keep it up. Remember, Monks now will be finding out a new way to get around them. So, Silent, try and get a couple of goals even more quickly. That don't make sense. But they just got to try and find another because 2 ahead is not secure against Monks right now when you've still got 3 minutes left in this match.
Absolutely not, but Syntax will respond to that. There we go, 3-0, as you were saying. Needed that extra goal to try and put themselves a bit of a buffer between them and the Monks. It's going to be a very nice buffer as well. Fantastic redirect going around every player on the defense. Silent looking much better in game 2.
They are indeed. I think game 5 is definitely afoot, Jay. We both predicted it in Monk's favor, admittedly, but this has definitely been close between these two.
Imagine it might end up going all the way, but for this second game, it's certainly all to the favour of Silent as another one gets put on target by Synox. 4-0 now.
Yeah, great little pass there, but defender just jumping straight out at it. They've lost their cool Monks here. They need to just calm down and rethink it because at the moment they're just reacting, they're not thinking.
Ball out from Death Monk. Trying to see if we can get a good passing play inland or trying to get a good backboard touch in for the Monks side as we approach half-time. Still 4 goals for them to overcome. Get the offensive pressure rolling once again. You're going to try and suppress Silent again, trying to deny them doing anything in the blue half by denying them any access to the blue half. And they're doing an all right job of it so far, but Synox and Italy do combine to try and take this ball out from the orange side into the midfield. Sam Monk against Death Monk. Italy just blocks it there before it enters the box. Syntax also double pitches it and gets it over to the corner now. Ball in. Death Monk passing over to Bad Monk. Also back in the midfield. Silent challenges for that control. Takes it back away. Death Monk brings it down. Another chance now. Breakaway for the Silent side. Italy with a shot on target. Sam Monk is able to defend it.
And good recovery there, putting it off to the side, buying a bit of time. You definitely see the pressure building up from Silent hit after hit. Monks working their way out of defense. They're getting the improvements there. They've just got to get these attacks in order.
Ball in on Bad Monk. Pass in from Syntax. Sam Monk takes the ball into the box, trying to get it past Italy. Italy will be the man to defend it. Syntax now comes back around as well inside the blue box this time as Monks defend as appropriate. Now Synox back into the midfield. Syntax going to try to take this challenge and actually will be successful in doing so. Italy to come through against Bad Monk. A great challenge. It goes on the backboard. Follow up from Synox's miss, but Syntax is still there to back it up. It's 5 goals on the board, 2 goals for Syntax, and a lot of room for Silent to breathe.
Yeah, Silent have got this game. Game number 2 is theirs. They do not have to worry anymore. Monks are going to be a bit worried, you know, not being able to post one. They can do it in this last minute, good. If they can post two, even better. Silent, though, keep this league going and just shut out everything that the Monks are doing.
Good passing play from Deathmonk, however, tries to take it into the net. Synox returns it just as quickly for the Silent side. 45 seconds remain on the clock as they look to try and put a 6 on the board, looking very, very dominant from Silent. This game looks like it's over, Bacon. For the Monks, it's all just a formality now.
Yeah, the only thing we can look at that's going to be wonderful, chat, is the chance of a Brazil. It's been a while, Jay, since we've last had a Brazil. This is looking like we could head there.
Has it?
It's been a very long time.
Now that I think about it, I don't actually remember the last time we had a Brazil, so...
It would have been like since week 6 or something like that. So it's been a good month and a half, I reckon.
You have to go back through all these results and try and check them now.
We'll do it in a break.
We'll do it in a break and find out. As it stands, though, Silent, 1 goal away. Monk, 1 goal away from that all-important Brazil. 15 seconds left on the clock as the Monks go for the shot inland. Italy defending it. Syntax back in. 10 seconds remain. Synox rolls it. Sadmonk takes it over to the box. But in the end, there's nowhere near enough time to try and get any sort of counter-attack, any sort of comeback available for the Monk side. So pass in. Syntax. Oh, sorry. Synox, excuse me. Taking the ball in. Syntax will be able to support it, but just dumps it and puts it inside the corner. There we go. Silent Gaming going to equalize the series now.
Yep, and sadly, no Brazil. But, as you said, series equalized on out. And, well, that means Game 5 is definitely looking a little bit stronger. Monks, though, not getting anything together in that game, Jay. And it was very scary. Silent had just been putting on the pressure and control. It's almost like they saw what Arctic were doing in that previous series and cranked it up to 11 by being able to put on better shots, better passing plays that Monk just can't defend against.
That's concerning because for Monk, obviously, they are a team that's so reliant on their team play and their passing plays in a way that they just act around each other. You know, they're not the most mechanically skilled team in the world. So to have them beat out by Silent in that regard, that's a little bit scary, as you say, for the Monk side. Obviously, they had a fantastic game 1, but things were getting broken down. Silent was starting to look good on their passing plays. And yeah, this was just, you know, a fantastic game from the Silent boys, you know?
Yeah, they did everything right in this one. Like I said, Monk's not being able to come up with a strategy to take them down. We said in the last series that Silent had to come in with demos, and they didn't do that at all. They just completely outsped their opponent is the most important part there, where they were just the faster team, getting to the boost, making sure that Monks had nothing to work with. And then we're able to just keep on hammering hits off that backboard. They took the advice at least, Jeff. Stop shooting at target, get to that backboard, get those passes coming in. Because just shooting at net is not good enough. We're way past Season 1, maybe even Season 2 of RLCS, where at the competitive level, you could do that. That's not a thing anymore.
And we've come a long way since those days. It's fun to think that it even used to be in the meta. Like, I barely remember it being in the meta, you know? Like, that's just...
I remember when backboard shots were, like, amazing, you know, the double taps. And
oh, yeah. And now they're just standard.
Yeah. Your gold can do that. And it's just like, oh, okay. Oh. Even to days, I can remember being a top 100, and that feels way too long ago.
You were top 100, Bacon?
Pre-season. Very first. Remember the days of being able to beat out, you know, the lads like Lachinio and all of that, back when I was good, and then, you know, they put 7 hours a day into the game, and I didn't think it was going to become an esport. Regrets?
Look how that worked out for you. It's alright, you get to cast the games instead of play them and call amazing shots like Syntax just put on towards the upper 90, first scored by Silent this time. Another great team play and pressure against the blue side of the court.
Yeah, and it all comes down to the Monks here, clustered up in that corner, not thinking to cover the net. Lads just sort of missing that last little crucial bit to their play, and that is not to leave the net open.
Yeah, and just in the opening few seconds as well, things looking extremely hot now for the Silent side. Again, keeping that momentum going. If they can keep this rolling in towards this next game, if they can get the same sort of dominant scoreline or dominant form, then Monks may be up the creek. First minute though, just early days, an opening goal, nothing major coming through. Although, Badman going to try and return that goal of his own. Good touch in from the second man coming in from the mid position. Synox able to defend clear back to Italy, intercepted by Sandmonk, and Syntax comes in just to save it just in time. So Silent Gaming holding their own pressure. Now bump plays coming through. Monk's starting to get a bit more aggressive out here. And they've been very good at passing between each other and getting those defensive pressures going, but can they score a goal off the back of it? Synox, oh, the demo works well. The slowest demo I've ever seen, but it works for Silent. 2-0 now on their board.
That is just the max BM there. Synox for getting the ball, just sort of leaving it aside to go and demo the player. Syntax follows through brilliantly. Synox, the pull of that play, so much bravery, so much trust in his teammate to pick up on it. Great stuff from Silent.
And keeping that form again, just keeping it rolling here for the Silent side. Be what, 6, 7, 8 goals in a row scored against the Monk side. Things looking extremely good for them in the last couple of games. They continue to keep the pressure rolling. Monk's out in their half. It's Bad Monk to take the ball towards the midfield. Synox wrapping back over. Death Monk follows it around, and Syntax over to the corner. Sad Monk away. Synox dunks it out into the midfield. Syntax controls the ball over to Synox's side of things. Bad Monk missing out as he intercepts a 50-50 challenge, but Death Monk will be able to hold that down for him and now go off the ceiling, trying to go for the flip reset. Potentially make it work for Synox. Disrupts the ball enough to put it out to the corner, allowing Silent enough time to rotate back in, try and get those clears, try and get those defensives, get some points back into their own, and again, just keep Monk from getting their precise line down. Syntax over to Synox down to the corner. Synox setting up to try and dunk it down of his own accord. Good touch, but Bad Monk can get there first and put it off center. So at the half-time mark, it will still be 2-0 to the favor of Silent.
Yeah, but notice how the Monks aren't able to get the ball downfield, and nor can Silent. Everything is really even up between these two. And it's coming down to these pressure plays. When near enough, they're forcing interceptions, they're forcing the 50-50s, forcing the blocks. Both sides, that is. So we've evened out. It's just going to basically come down to a single mistake.
Death Monk trying to get a great redirection. That could have been a mistake right there from the Silent side, but they couldn't capitalize it on the Monk, so we continue to play on with a 2-0 lead. The Sad Monk gets it over to the box again. Syntax chips it up as dangerous. In a much more dangerous position. Death Monk trying to challenge against Italy. Italy will just bump him out of the way, allow this ball to go into the Silent corner. Although missing on the 100 boost numbers, they'll steal it in the back line for the Monk's side. So I've got a lot of good pressure coming in for Silent, however. Syntax ball control. Demo comes through from Death Monk, a crucial player taken out of the offensive field here for the Silent side. The ball now dangerous. Death Monk going for a redirect. It's Syntax that gets there first, and Sad Monk does a quick 180. Try and pass over to his teammate. Also challenged by Italy, and yeah, nice bumps and nice positions. Again, nice challenges coming through from the Silent side as they hold down the defensive, turn the counter attack, as it also gets defended by the Monk side.
Monk's defense now also looking so much better. Notice how they put the ball about, but oh, what a hit from Synox.
We're just praising the defensive. They cannot see this one coming. A great pass in from Syntax as well. Goes around and goes straight through everybody, if you will, for Monk. 3-0 Silent, looking like white hot right now.
Indeed, they are 9 goals in a row. They look also pretty for Silent Gaming now. Monk's not able to disrupt them at all. They've got to get a goal of their own. Otherwise, game number 4 is going to look so grim for these lads.
Very, very grim indeed. Silent look to put themselves on for match point. Good passing play and redirect from Death Monk and Sam Monk. We'll put a first on the board for this game. 45 seconds left to go to the bet here, Bacon, though. There's a lot of pressure against them.
So, with the amount of pressure, like you said, from Silent, I don't see Monks coming back into this game. I'm going to be frank. But another goal now and build up for that game number 4. Take game number 4, and then that game number 5 is going to be important. This is a massive battle between these two teams still.
For Bad Monk trying to get it down to Sad Monk, almost getting the shot. It's a little bit too far wide, and what a fantastic way to get yourself back in contention for this matchup if they had found it. They've still got the pressure inside the orange half. Bad Monk going in for the 0 angle. Will get pushed away by the defenders, and Syntax try and find a way back in for Silent. Synox pushes it away. Syntax follows through, keeps that ball going right back over to the blue half now. Synox into the midfield pass is going to be intercepted by Sadmonk. Deathmonk here to dunk it down. It's dangerous for Sadmonk to come through for the shot. Italy comes in with a save, however, and keeps control for Silent. They're going to be able to take this game here 2-1 now in this series as we go to game 4. A major advantage, a major turnaround for the Silent side.
That's it. Monk's just seemingly in control in game number 1, 2, and 3. Silent have run this joint. They are not being stopped. Monk's been able to get very close to keeping up to form, but that backline defense from Silent Gaming is so quick. They rotate very well. Monks have to disrupt those rotations.
Yeah, disrupt those rotations, get those intercepts together. They were looking quite good at doing that in game 1. But now is Silent just bringing out the passing players and bringing out the entire team form. It's going to end up getting awkward for the boys here. Here we go. Match number 4, game number 4 in our best of 5. Silent looking extremely good so far. Can they keep that line of form to take a 3-1 series here in this matchup? We're about to find out as kickoff goes. Initially to the favour of Monks. Again, they've had the early pressure a lot of the time here in these matches. Unable to get the goal off the back of it. They are still going to get passing plays off the crossbar. Good from Badmonk, not quite good enough. Deathmonk with a follow-up. And Sadmonk into the mid-center will try and find a position. Ooh, tucked down. Badmonk's got a chance. And Silent completely whiffed their defensive on that one.
Yeah, look at that double commit there. I don't know what Italy was doing. And Syntax, you can't blame him there. He was on the back. It was down to his 2 teammates and he tried to rush back. But at the same time, if that defense didn't go wrong, it could have hurt the Monks with big clearance and countered downfield. But hindsight's 2020, Jay. It's only been 37, 38, 39 seconds now. The lads of Silent just need to get a goal. Everything's squared up.
Yeah, no major lead gained by the Monks so far, so do not count Silent out. They have got the offensive pressure against them once again. Italy taking the ball in, going to go for a boom, a shot. I thought that was wide, but no. Italy able to respond to the Monks' goal within the first minute.
You thought it was wide, but you called it, taking the ball in to the net. Brilliant hit there. And it's just down to that pure speed to react. Communications looking strong for Silent.
There's follow-up from Synox as well. Great touches. Italy to come through with a shot. It's open net. A fantastic kickoff from Silent, as you say. Brilliant to get the lead back away.
And it actually comes down to Synox here forcing that 50-50 to stop the ball. He wasn't going for net. He was not contesting it for a goal scoring opportunity. No. He knew a second teammate was going to be charging up on that, and he just had to put it in the prime spot for them to pick it away.
Italy down to Sadmonk taking control, trying to go for a shot of his own. Deathmonk with a great redirect, but Synox comes through with the save. And Silent look just as on form here. Just holding it down. Fortunately, the Monks have stepped things up, so things are looking a bit more competitive for Silent, still in a major lead here. 3 minutes and 30 to go. It's only a single goal lead. Can get returned at any point by the Monks side as the ball goes into the center. Syntax with control. Takes it up. Gonna dunk it down off the backboard, will not be able to get anything done. Badmonk onto the midfield. Synox away. Sadmonk over to Badmonk. Good touch. Keeps the ball's target rolling, but Syntax able to get there and intercept the line of form that the Monks were holding down. Back into their box, back into their half. Sadmonk takes it. Quadra-man commit from both sides. Now Syntax to the man out to the midfield, demoed out by Sadmonk as they try and see if they can break this offensive pressure.
What was that? Quadra-man commit? Like,
yep, 4 players.
Not something you see quite often. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's 6 on the pitch, but a double commit, that's common. Triple commits, rarer. Quadra commits? Blimey.
I mean, to be fair, they've started getting a bit more commonplace as of late when team forms do kind of fall apart to pieces. The Silent have had the pressure against them.
It's true, but Silent's still in the lead. They are forcing this now. They've regained control of that boost. Positioning still a tiny bit questionable, especially with rotations, but they've got the speed, Jay. So they are making up for their little mistakes.
Again, it's all the offensive pressure for the Monks side. They have it all inside that orange half. Inside that box, Italy and Silence to try and work out of it. Backboard touch, Silence got to disrupt it. He's not ready for the quick direction shot coming through, and it will be a bad Monk to find the angle on the right-hand side. 2-2 now, the Monks have equalised.
It's actually very well played by Sad Monk, put it up and behind. Again, backboard pass, looking for Bad Monk to come in. Bit risky, because if that ball was cleared downfield, maybe it'd been up and over the attackers, but the Monks needed to find a way to equalise, and they found it.
Back in a bad Monk. Just come through from Synox. Sad Monk away over to the mid-centre. Good pinches out, actually puts this one on target for the orange half. Synox puts a boomer. Oh my word! And the Monks defensive has crumbled here in game 4. They letting so many open nets in and so many boomers are clear from the orange half to the blue. Synox puts the third on the board for Silent.
It's that overcommitment right there, which I just said was super risky, Jay. They're sending 3 players up into attacks. They need to put that pressure on to get a goal. But without any defenders back, long shots, which Silent are very good at. They've caught even the best teams off with them. They can just get that up and over. Once again, they can force and play their own style here, Silent. It is Monks that happen to adapt.
Silent will take the lead for it as well. 1:10 before they win this series here, Bacon. But the Monks not going to go quietly into that. Good night. They're going to set up off the crossbar. And Bad Monk will get the hat trick to bring things back to evens against Silent.
Yeah, Lifeline has been bought here for the Monks. Remember, Silent 2-1 up in the series. You can see it up on the screen, of course, above. But this is now important. Monks, 1 extra goal needed here, and they could go into game number 5. Silent, however, 1 extra goal, and they take this tonight.
Over to their half of the pitch. Italy challenging Sad Monk. Over to the box. Syntax takes it, puts it over to the blue half corner. Death Monk responds just as quickly. Ball out, backboard touch. That one's on target. Actually, that's dangerous. The Bad Monk is going to try and dunk it down. But fortunately, the defensive ramps up for Silent Gaming as they chip it out of position. Now go once again in front of the boomer downfield. This time, Death Monk is in position to save it and get it over to the orange half corner. Syntax, the ball challenged. Over to the box. Bad Monk away. Sad Monk also in position. Italy down over on Syntax's part. He chips it up. Looks to try and see if they can get a set up and dunk it down on the Silent side. 10 seconds. They don't commit to it. So they want to try and play for overtime here. Italy, one last setup. Away from Sad Monk's angle. Death Monk back in to pass towards him. They're going to try and go for this right here, right now. They want to end it off, but not quite going to happen. The ball will touch the floor. We're in overtime, Bacon.
Yeah, we are. Silent now, I'm expecting them to play a lot more of this stall game, wait for that mistake and then capitalise, because they've got a lot less to lose. They've just got to wait for an opening, then strike like that. It means they can keep a man back in defence and they can play a lot more solid a game. Monks, they've got to force this.
Oh, that Bad Monk almost found a fantastic shot on target off the backboard. Death Monk's still going to get close alongside Sad Monk. A great shot being set up. The pressure for the Monks starting to get to Silent a little bit. The defensive looking very scrappy now here in this overtime. It's only 30 seconds into the overtime. Plenty of chances to turn it back around, but Death Monk doesn't want to take any of those chances. He wants to get it right back down the end of the field. Synox, great feed. Oh, the fake! Perfectly done. 4-3 now. It's Silent Gaming taking our series 3-1 against the Monks.
This, I don't think, can technically be a fake with the hit behind. It wasn't left. It's just basically a super weird hit. You'd think he'd be going up into the middle or the right, but no, he gets a very odd, weak touch, lets the ball just sort of continue rolling, but redirects it, and then gets the second touch to put it away. Silent Gaming there, taking the series in game number 4, but in games 4, they had to really fight it there, because game 1, they lost it, of course, to Monk. They regained their form. Games 2, 3, and 4, it was really, really impressive how Silent turned that around.
Yeah, the brand new form from Silent, looking like the budget Arctic, if you will, right there. Fantastic team play from those guys, seriously. We were talking about their team players all season long and saying how if they can just line up their styles and line up their positions, then they can do so much good work. And I think this is a proof of concept right now for the Silent Gaming side of how much work they can really do here. It is against the Monks, sure, not quite the most reputable team, but they're going to get a chance to move up a few places in the rankings as a result of this victory. So it might take one of the highest seeds in the promotion relegation tournament.
Well, and with Masters not being able to field a team today, I do believe that's got to send Silent Gaming up into that 5th spot. It will, because of course with Masters will be on 4 wins, 9 losses. Silent Gaming now on 5 wins and 8 losses. So Silent Gaming are pretty much, that's got to be them secured. Who is Silent facing next week? Sir, with Masters faced against Servette Geneva, technically you'd put those already down as losses for both those two teams. But that means Silent has gained that 5th spot back and are in very good form to come back next season.
Well, Sun have proven all season long that they deserve to be here, and can they stay in for another season? Of course, that's all questions for a future day here at the TCS eSports League. For now, though, we have one more match coming up for you. This one will be the big doozy of the day as the Sir side take on Servette Geneva after this very short break. Do not go anywhere, because it's the bogey team versus one of the favorites after the break.